growth and predictability are really the key, again, to the business. You can grow geographically, you can grow just by hiring more headcount, you can grow with different types of headcount, you can grow through the channel. And having the visibility into what's working in your organization is really important to understand what buttons to push, if you will, on the different parameters as it relates to growth to build your capacity and drive your model, right? So that's growth. But predictability, I think, comes in ultimately two forms. One, the forecast stuff I talked about, which obviously is the core of what Aviso is. But more importantly, to be frank, is pipeline. And everybody measures pipeline in so many different ways. You're measuring ratios to the number that you need to make for the quarter, and you're measuring it by industry and by rep and all this stuff. The thing you have to be careful of, and this is also true in AI with respect to the growth, is you can't change the way in which you do pipeline build and or how you look at your forecast, over and over or every 2-3 quarters and reevaluate how you're measuring things. Because if you do that, the AI engine is going to break. So I always say that pipeline in sales is you can scrub it until you're blue in the face, but a pipeline, if you have a consistent way in which you teach people to build it and then hold people accountable to that result. Obviously, you can't compensate for pipeline, but if you hold people accountable to that result, you're going to get a consistent pipeline, hopefully build, but also a consistent way in which you're doing it, which doesn't disrupt the AI. It's always kind of like, it's a pyramid. There's always pieces of it that are really good and some of it that's, kind of smelly. But the reality is as long as you have a consistent way to build it, then you can have a consistent way to measure it.